Hi everybody, my name is Jordan Larson, and today I'm going to be talking about video use in physical education. Many people sometimes think, what does technology look like in physical education? Obviously, it isn't as accessible as many of your classes where we have smart boards and, computers right at our desk to use. But in PE, it does take a little more effort, a little more initiative by the teacher, and some creativity, but it definitely can exist. Uh, for example, at my school, we have been trying to get iPads out in PE for on our third year this year, and we finally were able to talk our principal into getting us each a set of iPads because we were able to explain all the uses for it. And one of them was video recording. So our principals went out and got each of us an iPad, which has become very useful, and we use it for videos, which I'll be talking a little bit about. But not just the iPad, we can also use our cell phones, which many of us have, on us at all times, and we can use those to record, as well as a grant we were given, and we have a GoPro as well, so we can use GoPros to film video as well in our class. Like I said, it's not always the easiest and most accessible thing, but if you get a little creative, we can definitely have some great uses for video to not only help us in our teaching, but help our students learning as well. The use of video in physical education departments is definitely something that has been gaining traction in the last couple of years. It's something that I use in my PE classes, not to the extent I would like to, but it's definitely something I put to use and have put to use ever since we got the iPads in my class. But in the research I've done and in talking to other PE teachers around, it's definitely something that many people are using. And as I've mentioned, all you need is the proper equipment, and it is very accessible. I think it's something that many teachers are probably a little hesitant to start looking at because they don't have that equipment, or they're a little set in their ways of teaching, their curriculum. But I think it's something that even the most old school mindseted teachers, if they had the ability to use it and they were given a little teaching, it's something they could really benefit from, and would really enjoy actually putting it into their everyday teaching styles. Some of the different uses for video, for example, will be watching videos. This is what I actually have started to use. Since we have the iPads, we have a connection in our fitness room to a couple TVs up on the wall. So I really use watching videos as a way to introduce new lessons, especially some sports like lacrosse or some track and field events that my 7th graders have no idea about. I'll use my videos to give them a little insight to what it should look like before I go out and actually start teaching it myself. You can film videos. You can use this as a project, for students to do it together, or as a teacher, we can film them doing certain activities so we can show them how it's looking. We can collaborate with other colleagues or other students from other schools. In some of the articles I've read, I've seen a lot of collaboration going on with schools from other states or even other countries, which is a pretty cool thing that many people probably never thought was going to be a use. And finally, you can analyze information. This is something, again, I have not used most of, but I really intend on using it because analyzing video is huge, and with the right software, it can be extremely beneficial to our students. So watching videos, as I mentioned, I use this in my class. YouTube is actually the thing I use most. I'm able to look up some YouTube videos, see, depending on what sport or activity we're doing, find maybe some world records to get the kids really motivated, to see what they're going up against for the long jump. Maybe they could see what the world record is, and I actually measure it out, and they could actually see that in real time. So it's been a great teaching tool for me to use. Video games. We have Just Dance set up in our fitness room, and the kids love it, and it is such a great workout. Again, we just connect it with our TVs and let the kids run away with it, and they have a great time with this. You could break down skills watching certain videos. I could pause it at a certain spot to show them what their body alignment should be. We could, again, maybe running form. There's plenty of things we could use to break down certain skills and techniques. And finally, show correct form and the opposite. And when I say the opposite, you could show them how something is not supposed to look, because sometimes that is a little easier for students to follow than actually see what the correct form looks like. Because when we get into Olympic and professional athletes, their form is just a little too tough to repeat, but we can show them how it's not supposed to look, and that sometimes helps students a little more. Next is filming videos. So as teachers, we can make certain highlight films. And what I mean by highlight films is we could film certain activities throughout the year and kind of have a reel that we put at open house or promotion parties of highlights from our entire program. So not only does it give students a chance to, show their parents what they've been doing in real time, but it also can help us promote our program. I work at a charter school, so we're really trying to get kids to come in. So a certain type of highlight film of what all the different things we're doing in PE on a daily basis can really help parents, of incoming students see what's going on and see what their students are going to be in, and it really makes our school look good and hopefully separate us from other programs. There's several apps that we'll get into that we can use filming videos. And then, like I said, the student films videos. I have not used this for a project yet, but I've definitely seen it used. Students can create lesson plans, on their video, and they're explaining what they're doing. They can create a workout plan, which is a part of the state standards for 7th graders. We do use this in my class. We just haven't used it for video yet. And they could make up a new workout and really explain it. This is a project we've done, but again, haven't used video, and it's something I'm really excited to put video use to. Collaboration. This is really a cool part of video use that, again, I haven't been able to use, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I've seen and talked to a lot of people who have done this with a lot of success. So they can collaborate with other students for projects or homework assignment. I think we've all done this in our class through Google Apps and things like that. So we've all kind of had our students to students, in our school collaborating, as long as we have the Google Suites, which many schools do. But with other schools, in the article, I put the link on the end of this presentation. The CNN article talks about students can use Skype and they interact with students from other schools. It could even be in another country, which is so great for students to kind of get out of their little box of their neighborhood and really see what other kids are doing in other states, other programs, other countries. Could post videos to students on class sites or other apps, so we could post that, have students make some comments on it, give them some feedback of what they're doing well, what maybe they can improve on. We have things of Skype, YouTube, FaceTime. They're all apps that are available to us to use to collaborate with other kids on all different types of platforms. The last area I want to talk about is the ability to analyze data through these videos. You could break down students' form and technique. So many students are visual learners and they don't understand what we're saying. I have this happen so many times where I'm really trying to get down to a student what they're doing wrong, but they just cannot comprehend what I'm saying. But if they were able to actually see what they were doing wrong, it might help them be able to fix that. You can break it down into different parts, so whether it's a swing of a baseball bat or just shooting a jump shot, you can show them the different aspects that go into it and different parts of their shot. Again, we can easily show them how it should look in one window versus maybe how it does look when they're doing it. Again, really helps visual learners, and you can actually see what they're doing wrong. I know we all have this in all of our classes, but for me in PE, this is a big thing with beginning learners and kids who may not play a certain sport. This would really benefit. There are several apps for this. Coach's Eye is one. I used this actually when I was a coach, but I have not had the ability to use it yet in my class. But this is a really good thing to break down certain things, and we could, as you can see, the red lines in there. You could draw in little spaces that you're trying to tell the students how you want it to look, what you want them to do. Coach My Video is a very similar app. I believe this one costs money. You could use. And then just iPhone slow motion. We don't think about this too often, but filming things in slow motion can be extremely beneficial for students because, again, it just has to do with them being able to see what they are doing wrong, so it's not just flying by. If you're telling them one specific part is wrong, they could really see it instead of looking at you a little bit confused. So all these are things that I plan on using, that I've seen used, that could be extremely beneficial to kids they have not used in the past. Here are just a few websites and articles showing different schools and teachers and ideas about what we can do with technology and physical education, specifically video. There's a ton of information out there, and I hope myself and all the other educators out there really take a chance to look at this, because I think it really is a step in the right direction for helping our students understand and really perfect some of the skills that they may be missing out on, especially in physical education classes. Thank you.